Hello students, welcome you all to Learning Management System from the Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. We are going to study about the subject here, Design and Analysis of Algorithm, and the subject code is 15CS 53T. It is a 5th semester 3rd theoretical subject. So myself, Manjula Moolabharati, lecturer, Government Polytechnic, Gulbarga. Already in our previous sections we have studied about the Unit 5 concept decrease and conquer, wherein here we are going to describe the various problems using decrease and conquer. The contents are introduction, insertion sort, topological sorting. In session 3, I have explained you about the insertion sort. So in our today's session, that is session 4, we are going to study the analysis of insertion sort. Insertion sort is used when number of elements are small. It can also be used when the input array is almost sorted or only few of the elements are misplaced in a complete big array. It is useful only for the small amount of data whenever the very big data is there, and if it is in unsorted format, the time consumption is very high. Insertion sort takes maximum time to sort if elements are sorted in the reverse order, and it takes minimum when all the elements are in sorted order. So here once again I have mentioned the algorithm for insertion sort. As we have said in previous session, in this algorithm I have to consider an array A from 0 to n minus 1 and a size of n. The input for this algorithm is an unsorted array and output will be always a sorted list. In this algorithm, I have used for loop and a while loop. For loop is called as outer loop, which is going to access every element of the unsorted list, whereas while loop is used for a sub array or a sub sorted list or a partially sorted list, wherein every unsorted element is picked and inserted in the correct position of the partially sorted list. For that purpose, I require a looping variable I, and j is used for outer loop, and we have used an element called k to access the elements in the array. In the unsorted list, k is picked and it is inserted at the appropriate position using I index. Here I have taken the same algorithm handwritten format to trace an example. Using this algorithm, first let us trace the program and check that how the elements are sorted in this algorithm. So let me consider an example here. Some array I have taken with the index 0 to 2. That means A of 1, A of 2 and A of 3. And the elements are 5, 1, 3. So as per the algorithm, first let us start with index j. What is your j index? It is varying from 1 to 3. Here n is equal to 3 as I have got 3 elements here. First element, second element and third element. So j is varying from 1 to 3 and your k will be equal to a of j, that is a of 1. What is your a of 1? 5 it is. And what about your I? I will be 1 minus 1, which is nothing but 0. So as per this, the while loop is going to fail. That is, your 0 is not greater than or equal to 0. Even though this condition follows, your k less than a of 0 is not existing. That's why it fails. And what happens? A of 0 is nothing, so no changes will be there. You will be getting next incrementation of for loop here, and your j value will be now 2. So for j is equal to 2, your k will become a of 2. What is your a of 2? It is 1. And what about your I? I will be 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So as per this while loop is going to be executed as 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. And also what about your k? Your k value is 1. Is it lesser than A of 1? What is your A of 1? A of 1 is 5. Is 1 lesser than 5? Yes. This condition is also true. This condition is also true. That's why it is going to consider 1 plus 1, which is nothing but A of 2. At the second position, I am going to place the value of A of 1. What is your A of 1? 5. So, in this sorted array, at second position, I have placed value 1. And our I value will become 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. Again, same criteria. And what happens here? 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 it is. So that's why 1 minus 1 is equal to 0 and A of 1 is equal to K. What is your K value? K value was 1. So that's why our list will be having now 1, 5 and 3. Correct? So after this, once again your J is incremented to 3 now. And for J is equal to 3, your K will be A of 3, which is equal to 3 now. And your I value is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2 now. So based on this criteria, your while loop is going to be agreed and you will get at the position 3. That is 5 is at position 3, 3 is at position 1, 1 is at position 1. So 1, 3, 5 all are in sorted format and whenever j is equal to 4, this for loop exhausts and your complete program is terminate. So after tracing, let us study about the analysis criteria of insertion sort. Here, worst case analysis first we are going to consider. As per worst case analysis, let us first know what is the basic operation of this insertion sort. As we studied, the comparison operation itself is the basic operation. Every time we are going to compare the elements. That's why there is one basic operation in this algorithm and I have got two looping variables. One is the outer loop variable j, which is varying from 1 to n minus 1. And another one is inner loop variable I, which is used usually for the sub-sorted list or the partially sorted list, which is ranging from j minus 1 to 0. That means already sorted elements have to be further resorted to get their actual positions or for inserting the element at their actual position. Thus, the worst case analysis for this algorithm is as follows. Here, C worst of n has been taken with the mathematical summing functions like j varying from 1 to n minus 1 and your I varying from 0 to I minus 1. And since it is a single operation, by applying the mathematical formulas, the approximation of worst case analysis is theta of n square. This is the worst case analysis. Next, let us go for second option, that is best case analysis. It occurs when the array is already in sorted format and the starting element k is lesser than a of I will be executed only once here. Since inner loop is the only criteria executed, every time we have to check for every element whether they are existing at their actual places or not. Since I have to go through all the elements and check whether they are existing in their actual place, the maximum time taken for best case analysis is theta of n. And next we are going to concentrate on the average case analysis. Always this average case analysis is an average for the set of numbers which you are going to sort. Following are some of the steps I have specified here. Initially, the average case analysis of insertion sort is done based on the following observations. What are they? Always ask for average over what input distribution. Average ಯಾವ number ಮೇಲೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕತ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೀವು first decide ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. Unless stated otherwise, assume each possible input equiprobable uniform distribution. Here, each of the possible input is equiprobable. That means equally proportionate and every key is very, very important in these observations. The key observation is that equiprobable input imply for each key. This can be explained with the help of an example. Let us take the outer loop j as 4, and the number of key comparisons can be considered as average approximately about 2.5. By applying this criteria to the formula, almost approximately the time efficiency for average case analysis of insertion sort is approximated to theta of n square. Thus, the worst case efficiency and the average case efficiency both are almost same. So now let us see a program for insertion sort. So here I have typed the program for insertion sort, wherein I have used a function called insertion sort. So initially what I did, I have declared the standard functions stdio.h and conio.h, and in the program I have read the array which is of 10 elements. I have used an index I and n as size of the array. So what I am reading initially, we are reading the size of array, then we are scanning size n, then we are reading the array elements. Whatever may be the number, those many numbers I have to read. And once the array is read, I call for an insertion sort algorithm or insertion sort function or a sub function. So this function is going to actually sort the data elements, and once the insertion sort evaluates and execute all the data elements, the sorted list is displayed using the printf statement. So now let us start with the program for insertion sort. So here in the Turbo C editor, I have typed the program. So now I will show you how this program is going to work or run. See, enter the array size, then enter the elements, you will get the sorted list. I can go for executing this program for any number of data elements. This is how the list is sorted. So now let me insert the time efficiency. Here the time efficiency is specified using the variables called clock underscore t, st comma et. One more variable is required to specify the time, that is ts. And here before the insertion sort, I have to go for adding the time, that is timer. St is equal to clock, then delay of 100 seconds, 100 milliseconds, whatever you can call. Then et once again to calculate the end time. And after this, we are going to calculate ts is equal to double end time minus start time divided by clocks per second. So this is going to show you the end time. And here I have written a statement printf for displaying the time efficiency. Now once again save the program, compile the program and run the program. Here specify the size, then enter the elements. You will get the sorted subarray. This can also be run for different set of data. So let me consider 8 elements which are of bigger size. Any numbers you want, you can insert. So this is what the new sorted list is, and also we have specified the efficiency for the same. So this is all about this particular analysis. These are the references, and thank you one and all for giving me opportunity to give a session on this analysis of insertion sort. Thank you.